Hi everyone, I'm Megan and I'm on the quest to become the only artist ever. That means that I have to 1. Become famous, 2. Eat the other artists, and 3. Actually learn how to draw. To that end, I'm going to be using Mark Bernay's 12-month Learn How to Draw schedule. Currently, I'm in February. I know I'm uploading in March, but I'm going to be like a month off of everything because I have to actually do it in February. So, despite how it might seem, I am in February, which means that I have to do perspective, 100 heads, and 1,000,000 gestures. Some of these things fell a little bit by the wayside this month. I will be covering that actually in my gesture drawing video coming out soonish. But with that 1,000,000 gestures, I figured I'd add a little bit of spice to my life and use some of those gestures to draw my own OCs. I still followed the time limits for the initial gesture drawings, but obviously I took a little bit extra time to make them look a little bit nicer. Most of these characters that I'm drawing are going to be my tabletop game characters, since apparently I am more obsessed with these characters than the ones from my own novels. This character specifically is Tobias Finch. He is a tiefling rogue from the Glacia bloodline. He's not in a stereotypical D&D setting. It's sort of more of a Magitech setting with like deep sea exploration. It's very neat. He grew up on stories of deep sea adventurers and spent his whole life dreaming of being one. And now he finally gets to do it. Yay! And this campaign is naturally a horror campaign, so I think it'll be really funny to see how he goes. Also, during pauses, you are going to be hearing some more royalty-free music that I picked out from the YouTube library. This one is called Pelagic by Density and Time, and I thought that was pretty neat because the title of the campaign is How Pelagic. So, as you might be able to tell going forward, character design isn't really my forte. That's not until June or July in Mark's plan. Come on, give me a break. So, Tobias's outfit, when I ended up drawing it, ended up being pretty basic, as a lot of my character designs are right now. He's got high acrobatics, so I wanted him to have movable clothes. I also didn't want to draw shoes, because they're hard. So I decided he prefers to sneak and jump barefoot. And that, kids, is what we call synergy. Laziness, also known as bold artistic decisions, informing even bolder narrative choices. I'm what some might call a genius. So even though coloring isn't until like April on the schedule, I'm kind of going mad with the power of having a sketchbook that can actually take watercolor. My old one, I love it to bits, but it was very thin paper, so I couldn't do that. So because of this, I broke out my awful Michael's watercolor set. Which, just as an aside, it sucks. It sucks. Do not buy them. They smell awful, and they taught me what drying chalky meant. I saw so many people on YouTube complaining about their watercolors drying chalky, and I was like, what's that? What's that? Well, guess what? Michael's taught me all right. Anyway, I'll get new watercolors eventually. I got these fine liner pens back when I was determined to be fixed by Drawbox, and I must say, they certainly are a danger for me to be around. These lines look fine on this one, but there's another OC in an upcoming video where it's genuinely a horror scene. I shouldn't be allowed around these. You can see me kind of confidently like going over all of the lines at first, and then as I start to realize that maybe I shouldn't be doing this, maybe I shouldn't be going as ham as I am, it's making it look worse in places, you can see that I'm starting to kind of like strategically choose which places to line and which places to just kind of leave a little bit softer with the pencil. And I actually kind of like the effect that it had on this one. This is foreshadowing for the next one I do, where I try to employ the same technique and I mess it up royally, so stay tuned for that. And now we've got our finishing touches. Another bit of hubris that, you know, bit me on the next set of character gestures that I tried to do, but worked out perfectly fine here, lulling me into a false sense of security. So I gave him some cute little freckles, and then finally, justify why there's some random mermaid on the side. It's his tattoo. He's so proud of his tattoo. He literally ripped off the sleeve of his leather jacket so that he could always be showing it off. And I, a genius that plans ahead, angled his arms so that literally only one of the poses showed the tattoo, which is actually pretty lucky for me because boy did I not do it well. So this is my little guy, and if you will note from the pin we put in way at the beginning, he is a tiefling rogue from the Glacio bloodline. You will notice that I forgot his horns and tail. So tune in next time and like and subscribe, etc. And for my 15 subscriber special, I'll draw my tiefling as an actual half devil instead of the guy that's blue. Peace.